Well. The House Oversight Committee, or rather, I think the Democratic Oversight Committee, have released some new titillating, juicy stuff about Donald Trump and his association with Jeffrey fucking Epstein. So here's the fucking birthday note that he apparently said, like, I don't know how to draw, I can't draw, I never wrote such things, I don't know, like, even half the words in there mean. It's complete fucking nonsense. There must be more to life than having everything. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Also, like, what the fuck is this fucking drawing, bro? Like, okay, listen. I'm gonna be really hyperbolic here for a second. Who wants to make a bet that these are supposed to be underdeveloped because it's all about the fucking pedo shit? Okay, who wants to make a bet? This is the actual one, Alex. This right here is the whole shebang. It is the main fucking shit right here. Heard people speculate that, yeah? Nope, this is it. This is the main sort of kahuna, for lack of a better term. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Like, well, diddling children. And basically allowing weirdo sex pest, pedophile criminals traffic girls from your fucking resort. Because, again, Ghislaine Maxwell has frequented Mar-a-Lago, and we're gonna get to the CoffeeZilla video, a very very good video there by CoffeeZilla that he did breaking down all this shit. Basically, like, it's the exact fucking same sort of thing that Trump did with his fucking beauty pageant fucking agencies. A lot of the exact same structures that were used to basically curate girls for that were also used by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to get, well, girls to fucking traffic. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret. And that's Donald Trump's fucking signature. I know, like, basically every fucking excuse under the book has been done by all the, like, stupid dumb fuck defenders. Saying, like, oh, that's not his actual signature. When, like, expert sort of, like, signature people have, like, basically said, like, no, this is entirely consistent with Donald Trump's behavior and signatures that he has had about, like, 30 fucking years ago. Like, this is consistent. Where he writes only Donald for friends of his, but will sign Donald J. Trump or Donald Trump on more official fucking documents. So this thing is 100%, 1000%. This is the fucking real deal right here. This is the real fucking deal here. No fucking excuses. You're not going to be able to weasel your way out of this one, Donald Trump, fucking sycophants and supporters. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a fucking girl. It's got to be a fucking girl. All right, Alex. Like, I don't think it's like ridiculous or hyperbolic to really assume that it could be anything else besides a fucking girl. Let's be honest here. Like, fucking Donald Trump has had multiple appearances on like Howard Stern's show and all these other like fucking podcasts where he's like talked about like liking him young and shit like that. Like, he's done this before. Here's another fucking thing. A picture here with Jeffrey Epstein. I guess this is like a supposed like kind of proof. Again, this is also within the fucking black book. Oh, that he's been a part of the fucking CIA. He is the boyfriend of blank. We think he works for the CIA. Confirming again that he is a fucking intelligence asset, or potentially a intelligence asset. Giving into that sort of like, well, not conspiracy theory, sort of like alleged theory, let's be honest here. Like, CIA, dude, and this is again from the House Oversight Committee, from the stuff that they fucking released. They have this. This is like one of the drawings within the fucking birthday book. Bro, what the fuck is this shit, dude? 2003, what a great country. And it's a bunch of fucking young girls massaging this old ass fucking man, bro. Like, seriously. And again, you see the fucking drawing of this cartoon image in the background. People are heavily implying that this is Mar-a-Lago. Again, Trump's fucking resort within Florida, where we know and that a lot of Jeffrey Epstein's fucking recruitment of girls came from Mar-a-Lago. Eventually, it's just like, oh yeah, well, when Donald Trump fucking figured that out, like, he kicked out fucking Jeffrey Epstein. It's just like, dog, they've been able to go in there multiple times, take multiple fucking people, and he didn't do anything about it immediately. Also, they used the exact same fucking systems as Trump did with recruitment that he did for his fucking talent agencies, his fucking beauty pageant fucking shit. You want to fucking tell me that this is like no complicity is being done here? Complete fucking nonsense. So this is from the fucking Black Book. There's notes in there from, I believe, all the people that we know about, but also stuff from, here's in the section of friends, Donald Trump. I believe there was also notes in here specifically by fucking Bill Clinton and Alan and the big Dersh, you know? There's Bill Clinton, there's Dersh, Donald Trump, obviously, and a bunch of other incredibly fucking powerful people. Here's Mort Zuckerman. As we know, he is the, I think he's like a media dude who owns, I think he owns not some social media, but he owns some fucking newspaper, right? It's a bunch of fucking powerful people that has had associations with fucking Jeffrey Epstein. And Trump, he's written in the fucking Black Book. Very, very interesting. Same Black Book that had this fucking cartoonish drawing. Like, it's fucking, like, I don't know, like, what else are you supposed to say besides, like, this is just fucking wild, bro. It's complete fucking nonsense. But Speaker Mike Johnson had some fucking interesting stuff to say. He just said that Trump is working as an FBI informant. That's the biggest fucking cope on the fucking planet. If he was working as a deep undercover FBI informant, why did he never give any of the fucking information at all to the authorities to crack down on these people? Like, he never fucking snitched? Really? What does he have to say?
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself when he first heard the rumor.
Bullshit. Every fucking time Trump is trying to say that it's a fucking hoax, he is using that as an excuse to try to deflect from the fact that he has associations with Jeffrey fucking Epstein and that his dumbass was in the fucking Epstein files. It's always a fucking deflection.
He kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president.
Yeah, dude, he was totally an FBI informant. All the times he's been seen palling around with him in the 90s, all the times he was palling around with him during the early fucking 2000s. Really? All the fucking interviews talking about, like, oh, he likes him young just like I do, folks, let me tell you. Really? He's supposed to be an FBI informant now? Complete fucking copium huffing from this moron.
The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
Oh, I'm sure. Totally. This comes from, so by Johnson's own admission, Trump was somehow an informant for a Democrat hoax. That's actually not a fucking terrible point that's being raised here by some probable fucking conservative dipshit. Like, really? He's an FBI informant for a Democrat hoax? Why would they use him? I mean, he used to be identified as a Democrat? That's a little strange, a little interesting. But then he became a fucking conservative? Like, very, very strange. This came from the absolutely absurd notion from a few days ago where the Trump admin said everyone who's working to help expose and bring transparency to the Epstein files with Thomas Massie is committing a hostile act towards the administration. Interesting. Again, it's all about fucking circling the wagons and trying to discredit the fact that he was in the Epstein files. He more than likely had some shit that he did with fucking Epstein. That was some fucking abusive fucking shit. It's just like, dude, are you fucking for real? Yeah, FBI informant to inform on the hoax. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And that Thomas Massie is doing a hostile act when working with the entirety of the Democratic Party and a bunch of other people as well in order to make the Epstein files come to light and have some kind of fucking justice for the victims of fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Like, it's just, again, complete fucking gaslighting. They're trying to say, like, listen, you may be seeing a bunch of smoke, but there's totally no fire. When it's very clear that they can see both the smoke and the fucking fire. Like, it's just complete, utter lies, gaslighting, complete, utter fucking nonsense. It's just, not COVID, but Trump and the administration, broadly speaking, know that, well, let's be honest here, that they were in the, that Trump was in the fucking Epstein files. We know that he's had fucking associations with Epstein, and they're trying to basically tell everybody, like, there's nothing to see here, totally nothing to see here, don't pay attention, please, please don't pay attention to any of this, do literally anything except pay attention to this, please, please, please don't look into this. And with all the stuff that's being dropped right now by the Democrat, oversight fucking committee, by the House Oversight Committee, this is only going to continue fueling any of this stuff. It's going to only get worse. But here we have CoffeeZilla, who's been doing a lot of look-ins to the stuff with, like, Jeffrey Epstein. He did a really good, like, sort of 3D modeling, basically debunking a lot of the theories around Jeffrey Epstein's sort of, like, suicide. It was very, very well made, very, very well researched and informed. Because, again, when the fucking goddamn Trump administration was initially talking about him being in the fucking Epstein files and all of this was, like, coming to light, he was trying to deflect off of the fact that, well, he basically had, like, nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, and to try to deflect off of the fact that there was a Wired article talking about how within the metadata, about 1 minute of footage was basically taken out from the security cameras, and it was more than likely seen to be, well, seen as edited out by, like, I don't know, if someone using Adobe Premiere or some fucking shit. Like, some kind of, like, video editing software. And, like, the excuse from the administration was saying, like, oh, it's an old camera. It's stuff like that just happens. Oh, yeah, totally. Stuff like that totally happens when, very conveniently, Jeffrey Epstein was, like, standing in his cell totally fine, like, 1 minute before. And then in the next minute, when the fucking cut happens, he's all of a sudden dead on the fucking floor. That's rather convenient. But what do we got here from CoffeeZilla?
Today, the Jeffrey Epstein birthday book got released. 238 pages of letters to Jeffrey Epstein. Most of them are about sex. If you remember, we extensively covered the Wall Street Journal scoop that Jeffrey Epstein's friends put together letters commissioned by Ghislaine Maxwell, and one of those letters included Don.
Yeah, 1,000 fucking %. This was a report that came out about a month ago. Yeah, this was about a month or a month and a half ago. We took a look at this already, and it's just like, Donald Trump basically trying to deny it, saying that he also just is trying to sue the Wall Street Journal, and also is trying to basically come up with, like, any excuse possible to throw the scent off of the fucking trail for the fact that he's definitely in the fucking goddamn Jeffrey Epstein files, and he's definitely had associations with Jeffrey Epstein and was possibly at the fucking goddamn island. Like, there's, like, a ton of different shit within those that fucking drop. Like, various fucking pictures, lots of people who were fucking hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, all of the fucking different letters that Jeffrey Epstein received from all of his rich, powerful fucking buddies, as well as, I think, like, checks that were directly addressed to, like, Donald Trump himself. A lot of fucking goddamn shit.
Donald Trump, although they also included Alan Dershowitz, Lex Wexner, Bill Clinton, Leon Black. Now, in response, Trump sued the Wall Street Journal over $10 billion, which also means he sued Rupert Murdoch, the guy who runs Fox News, the New York Post, Sky News. And this is all because Donald Trump denied everything and said, I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words.
We're going to do an immediate debunkerino. Donald Trump drawings. He's had drawings that he's sold before, by the way. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, look. Art by Donald Trump sells for thousands. He drew a building. Here's something that he drew in 2004. What, a skyline? Very, very cool. More art that he's fucking drawn with his signature on it. Yeah, he doesn't draw. Totally. Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Here's his official response. He sued them, of course, And then, of course, we found out that he does draw pictures, turns out, and signs his name on them. But the really important update was that the New York Times corroborated that Trump's name was on the Epstein birthday book, and specifically...
Which lends a lot more credence and credibility to what the Wall Street Journal is also saying. Another major fucking publication also corroborating a lot of the stuff that's going on with this particular fucking birthday book that Trump definitely wrote a fucking stupid poem in or some shit and drew the body of a fucking woman in. Makes you think.
The Epstein estate had it in their possession and were going to turn it over. And today, that's exactly what happened, or the House committee released it to the public. Now, I want to be clear, although a lot of talk today is going to be spent on this drawing, it's far from the only one.
There's a lot more fucking
really,
shit
the reason
in there,
this
dude.
is such a big story is the blatant denial by the president, saying just it never happened, which is the...
This is exactly pretty on the fucking money here by CoffeeZilla. A lot of stuff is going to fucking fly under the radar because everyone's just going to try to hypocrisy burn Donald Trump. Deservedly so. Let's be quite honest here. He deserves to be fucking raked over the coals for this shit. He deserves the fucking hypocrisy burn for that. 1,000 fucking %. But it's a little bit more than that. Again, like, we've talked about it before, but a lot of the tactics that Jeffrey Epstein used in order to recruit women is the exact same stuff as Donald Trump used. And not only with CoffeeZilla is going to be able to is going to get into that particular point more so, but a lot of the exact same tactics that Trump used with his beauty pageants and his beauty talent acquisition, Jeffrey Epstein also used in order to traffic girls. And he also went to Mar-a-Lago in order to traffic a bunch of people, like Virginia fucking Guthrie, you know, the one of the main sort of like Epstein survivors who has unfortunately tragically committed suicide. You know, may she fucking rest in peace. Condolences to the family and whatnot. Yada yada yada. Fucking, she was recruited by Jeffrey Epstein by Ghislaine Maxwell in Mar-a-Lago, dude. Like, come on, man.
The weird thing, because of course he was friends with Epstein and Ghislaine. Everybody admits that, including Trump. It's just the letter itself. He's saying, no way it happened. That's not me. I don't do it. Whoopsie. So that's the reason there's a lot of focus on the president. But let's be clear, this book is about a lot more than just the president. There's a lot of powerful people implicated in this. This is the start of it. You see, it's a leather-bound book written by Ghislaine Maxwell. There are redactions to third parties. Some of the friends mentioned is Ron Altbach, Leon Black, Jean-Luc Brunel, Bill Clinton, Alan Dershowitz, Bill Elkis, Bran Frennan, Nick Leese, Peter Mandelson, George Mitchell.
Again, all of these people are incredibly fucking powerful politicians and CEOs. Like, all of these dudes. These are incredibly fucking powerful people.
Nathan Myhrvold, and the list goes on and on, notably also Leslie Wexner, Donald Trump. Yep, and this is all available online. Like, there's no denying that this exists. You can see it has a bunch of never before released pictures of Epstein, his family, things like that. There are redactions of certain women in the pictures in compromising positions, but otherwise mostly unredacted. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how much.
It's amazing just how much there is right there, right? Like, again, makes sense that a lot of the victims are more than likely going to be the main people who are going to be redacted because of fear of potential reprisal. Makes perfect sense there. It's standard fucking fair and procedure in there. But, dude, like, it's mostly, like, from what I'm seeing here, it's just like a personal fucking scrapbook for Jeffrey Epstein's fucking 50th birthday, which is fucking wild, bro.
We got the famous birthday book, and it is full of revelations. I think the most obvious one is that all of Jeffrey's friends, or most of them, were aware of his interests. They talked extensively about how much he loves the ladies, the young ladies. But there's also an interesting mention of his Vanity Fair profile. This is from Leon Black, where he calls him a Vanity Fair poster child. And that is soon followed by Alan Dershowitz's alleged letter, where he says, Dear Jeffrey,
keep in mind, Alan Dershowitz, basically one of the most staunch defenders for fucking pedophilia that exists within the fucking United States of America. Like, recently, the last time we saw the fucking Big Dershmeister, Big Dersh, he was talking about how Ghislaine Maxwell was a fucking victim for what was going on to her, and that she should just get the fucking pardon from the president. Could still potentially happen, but everyone's going to be up in arms about that one, Alan. who, you know, let's be honest here, your dumbass should probably also be in jail as well because you defend fucking child diddling, bro. You defend fucking lowering the age of consent. Complete nonsense.
A birthday gift to you, I managed to obtain an early version of the Vanity Unfair article. I talked them into changing the focus from you to Bill Clinton, as you will see in the enclosed excerpt. Happy birthday and best regards. What makes this so interesting is what he's referring to, I believe, is a 2003 profile on Jeffrey Epstein. The article is called The Talented Mr. Epstein by Vicky Ward, and it's sort of become famous for the fact that now there's been this meta commentary about how Vicky Ward had early allegations of abuse by Epstein and was not able to run them. She accuses the paper of not running them. There's some dispute.
Very interesting. Yeah, because again, we know that Jeffrey Epstein, he got fucking prosecuted for his, let's say, deviancy. Basically, in the early 2000s, it was during Bush, right? Like, it was like 2003. That's when he first got fucking indicted and went to jail. And then obviously whatever happened to him in 2019, blah, 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 blah. After him getting a sweetheart deal by Alex Acosta while further investigations were going on into Jeffrey Epstein by the Attorney General, he was allowed, like, basically no restrictions on fucking travel, and he was allowed basically release on work. Similar to the exact same stuff that's happening with Ghislaine fucking Maxwell. And keep in mind, the reason why Alex Acosta matters is because he was Trump's labor secretary during his first fucking goddamn term. Very interesting, isn't it?
Over this, Vicky Ward basically says she had two women who presented allegations. By early December, weeks before the article closed, in mid-December, she was discussing the farmers with fact checkers, and they were looking for photos. Ultimately, the editor said he didn't trust her. He didn't want to run those allegations. But now that we have this backstory, I mean, that's all.
Yeah, that's lending a lot more fucking credence. Interesting.
That have been public for a long time, that has been a big question. Why was this article killed? Well, now we have in this book a discussion of this killed article. By the way, when you look at what Alan Dershowitz is saying, they changed the focus to from you to Bill Clinton. We do see that Bill Clinton shows up in this article. So the timeline really does match up. Over and over, his friends seem to be joking about an article where allegations almost ran about Jeffrey Epstein and ultimately did not. Most of them seem to be very well aware he likes the ladies, he likes them young. So I hope this finally puts to bed the lone trafficker theory that everyone was going to him for tax advice. But of course,
that's a really good point there by fucking CoffeeZilla. Again, it's a network. Like I've said before, the purpose of Jeffrey Epstein is to act as an information broker. His purpose is to have information on all the fucking billionaires and all the fucking rich and powerful people that are sort of like congregating within, I don't know, particular parts of the U.S. and just in the U.S. in general. For what exactly? To make sure that they have blackmail material on each other as much as possible. It's a twisted and perverted form of fucking solidarity. This is how billionaires maintain solidarity with one another, by having a bunch of blackmail material on one another. And, you know, having associations with Jeffrey Epstein and potentially diddling some fucking kids, that's about as potent a blackmail as you can get.
We also need to talk about Donald Trump's letter. And unfortunately, this is where the response gets a lot more polarizing. Depending on where you sit on the aisle, people have been having all sorts of reactions to this, with a lot of people saying, okay, well, then case closed. He wrote it, right? Like, obviously, he was friends with the guy. Everybody else in there aren't there denying writing these letters. He wrote it. His signature's on here. But the official press secretary at the White House said that, once again, it is false. They're doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, saying, as I've said all along, it's very clear President Trump did not draw this picture. He did not sign it. Trump's legal team will continue to aggressively pursue litigation. And then you have this guy who's the deputy White House chief of staff saying, time for News Corp to open that checkbook. It's not his signature. Defamation. And then...
Man, and again, like I mentioned earlier, every sort of like signature expert said like, that's fucking bullshit, dude. Like, again, this was a thing that was signed 20 fucking years ago. What, do you not think that there might have been like some slight changes in terms of the fucking signature? Like, maybe something, like, slightly has become a little different. Like, seriously? This is not the fucking own that you think it is. Of course, obviously, with, like, Caroline Levitt, she's, like, a complete fucking stooge. But, totally, yeah. Entire birthday card story false. Yeah, false, bro. Totally, bro. Totally. Not huffing any fucking copium, bro.
Signature. We'll get to that because at the same time that was getting released, they were denying, oh, look at these signatures that are different. We also had the New York Times and Wall Street Journal also put out signature comparisons with some different signature choices that look very similar.
Man, they look very similar, huh?
Epstein one right here. Here's a letter to Bill Gates. Here's a letter to New York City officials, Rudy Giuliani. Here's another New York City official. And then we also have letters to Conway, to Clinton. And you have this kind of textbook long trail, a very tight vertical signature. I mean, to me, that's pretty compelling. Unless we're arguing for a professional forgery job here, which I don't think has even been alleged. Like, this is...
Well, I mean, this would have to be one of the craziest fucking forgeries on the planet. If that were the fucking case. Again, whoa, Donald Trump has different fucking signatures depending on the particular case. So if he's, like, writing to friends or something and he puts his signature on that, like, he's gonna do the longer tail maybe. Like, it just depends. You can have different signatures for different purposes. Like, that's pretty fucking consistent.
Nearly identical, all these signatures. Like, I would believe that is all within the realm of the regular differences in a signature, right? It's not some completely different signature we've never seen before. But it didn't take long for people to take up what the White House's official statement is saying, because influencers have now run with it, saying, does the below look like the actual signature from the president? I don't think so at all. Fake. Showing once again that, yes.
Huffing copium, as always, from Charlie Kirk. Charlie, you can have different signatures for different purposes. Like, Donald Trump will do, like, a different signature when he's, like, signing an executive order in comparison to when he's signing something else. Like, duh.
The president has at various times signed signatures differently, of course. I don't think anyone disputes that. And sure, you can find some signatures that look different. Here's Eric Daughtery saying, the Wall Street Journal has just published that letter Trump sent to Epstein. It's not even his signature. Defamation, pay up.
Sure,
this guy says Trump is going to bankrupt Wall Street.
I believe Nick Sorter is a Tim Pool sort of acolyte and dipshit, I think. And then, of course, Benny Johnson.
Journal. Benny Johnson says time to sue them into oblivion, which, again, is crazy because the guy they're talking about, they're suing, is also, like, one of their biggest allies, Rupert Murdoch, the guy who runs Fox News. I mean, it's definitely infighting at best. Now, of course... We got to read the message again now that we actually have it.
Also, we all know, like, again, that lawsuit's not going to go anywhere. Like, he is fucking cooked. Like, it's over for him. Like, it's this is it. This is the fucking smoking gun. It's over. Like, he wrote that fucking letter. He had that fucking associations with Epstein. Like, he's cooked. Like, again, this is only going to make, like, the sort of, like, conspiratorially minded people within the Trump administration, like, want to leave him in droves even more because... It's just like, dog, he was in there. He did that shit. Come on, man. He totally fucking did it. Blah, blah, blah kind of a deal.
It's full context. We have voiceover. Must be more to life than having everything. Yes, there is. I won't tell you what it is, nor will I. Since I know what it is,
where's the
certain
Trump
things in common, Jeffrey. Yes, we do. Come to think of it, we all know this. And then the famous line.
Come on, man.
Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And
again, I found it really funny that Trump's, like, initial excuse to this was saying, like, I don't use words like that. What do you mean? I've never used words like that. People immediately, like, look up different stuff in, like, some of the transcripts of speeches he's given where he's used the word enigma. He's used the term before, and, like, I think also in, like, his dumbass book where he's used the term enigma. Very, very cool.
Every day be another wonderful secret. So, look, there's also an analysis put together by the Wall Street Journal, the people who originally reported this. I think that's worth going over. They decided to look at various times that Donald Trump has expressed similar writing. For example, they talk about Trump talking in the third person. They say, look, here's video clips of him talking about himself in the third person. It's not weird for him to do that. There's also word choices of enigma.
Oh, yeah, this is what I said.
That, multiple times in books. We've also covered him saying it in video. Then there's also a wonderful thing. A pal is a wonderful thing. That's the line. Well, has he said that before? Yes, he's definitely said that before. So all in all, the reporting seems solid to me. I mean, you know, you can hold on to the copium here, but really you're arguing that the entire book is either all fake, which that's the first option, in which case, like, it maybe...
I mean, good luck with making that fucking argument. Like, this is documentation and stuff that's been seized from Epstein's fucking estate that I assume Congress has probably had, or whoever the fuck has probably had for a very, very fucking long time. Like, you want to basically say, like, it's all fake, it's not real, everything is not real, everything is fake, you know, everything that's against me is totally not real, it's terrible, you know, it's all fake, I don't agree with any of this, it's all bullshit, folks. And it's just like, really, dog? Like, you really want to make those fucking arguments? But, I mean, of course, with, like, the fucking influencers, they're always going to say that it's all fake because they have a vested interest. You know, the funniest thing about this is I'm more curious about, like, what happens with, like, the pro-Trump, like, bot networks. Because there's been instances, due to a lot of the drops with the Epstein files, like, all the pro-Trump bots were basically fighting with one another and giving, like, sort of, like, counter narratives depending on, like, which reply thread they're fucking going to, which is really, really fucking funny. He's talking about, like, no, he was totally in the Epstein files, or no, he wasn't in the fucking Epstein files. And it was just, like, a complete, like, shit-flinging fest being caused by AI with all these, like, dumbass bot farm networks trying to, I don't know, disseminate as much fucking bullshit as possible. It's so fucking funny, dude.
Be the greatest forgery of all time? Or you're saying specifically that it's just the Trump part that's a forgery, and every other part, the part where Bill Clinton's writing in, the part where all these other people we knew that were also associated with Epstein were writing in.
Lions.
You're saying all of that's real, but the part about Donald Trump is not. And that was a forgery inserted in. So it's a very...
Yeah, that seems rather dubious. Like, why would specifically the stuff about Trump be the fucking forgery? I mean, I guess it would line in sort of, like, I don't know, like, correctly with what Mike Johnson was saying about fucking about Trump being an FBI informant. It's just like, yeah, totally, bro. Like, yeah, FBI informant Trump, who forged himself being in the Epstein black book so he can try to get more dirt more effectively or something. This seems like a lot of fucking effort for a particular FBI informant to have to be putting in order to do basically, like, to try to make, like, a forgery to make it, like, as believable as possible. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares what the fucking... Well, I don't think everyone in the cult believes that Boy Meets Minnie. I don't think so. But a lot of them are going to believe that it's a fucking a forgery. Like, let's be fucking honest here. Well, I mean, there's some out there that are saying, like, dude, this is, like, just fucking gaslighting. This is fucking complete nonsense. And, yeah, like, I mean, a lot more people, like, the evangelical types, are probably going to say that it's a fucking forgery. But the conspiratorial types, I don't think so. Those are the main guys that are sort of, well, let's be honest here, breaking with Trump on this one in particular. Enid. It's late, Enid. You should be going to sleep. What the heck?
Strange argument, and because this was all a carefully bound book, the idea that it was just inserted in, it couldn't really have been. It was bound by a specific bookbinder. So, you know, I think it's all credible. I mean, personally, I look at the facts, I look at what we know of the various people, how this all unfolded, the fact that it came from the estate we thought it would come from, the fact it included a...
I believe that would be the estate from, what, Upper Manhattan, I believe was where the main estate, like, the estate that had, like, its own New York Times fucking profile, talking about, like, yeah, this place is really, really fucking weird. Like, there's like a bunch of really weird esoteric stuff, like security cameras in, like, bedrooms and shit, which is a little weird. Like, security cameras seemingly fucking everywhere for, like, basically the express purpose of being able to record incriminating sort of material. Because, again, like I said before, Jeffrey Epstein's shtick is that he's an information broker, he's an information guy. Gotta get as much fucking crazy shit as possible on, I don't know, like, whoever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Whatever powerful person for the express purpose of being able to have like billionaire solidarity with one another. And if we're going with the potential fact, the allegation that Jeffrey Epstein was a intelligence asset, whether it be FBI, CIA, whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of those particular agencies would like to have a lot of information and a lot of potential blackmail material on those very powerful individuals for whatever fucking reason, right? Whether it be like to make sure that they stay in line, to make sure that they don't go against what the state ultimately fucking wants. There could be God knows how many potential reasons.
Variety of politicians, powerful people. It wasn't just singling out Trump, but Trump is the only one who has denied it. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the latest statement by our government. We all know the various
He's an FBI informant, guys.
Of grief we've been through with this story. First, it was a cover-up. Then they're going to release everything. Then there's nothing to release. Then it's a hoax. And now we have a new level of copium. We are descending into Davy Jones' locker level of copium. And here we have it. This is from Speaker Mike Johnson.
He is horrified. It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein...
Again, like we've already brought this dumbass video up from this, I don't know, fucking weirdo gooner who needs to have his son make sure that he doesn't goon too much. Like the idea that it's a Democratic hoax, but he's an informant on a fucking hoax that's being perpetrated by the Democrats. Like what's exactly the logic here? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Did as a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down.
Wow. Donald Trump was an FBI informant, according to Speaker Mike Johnson.
I'm part of the federal police,
so all
folks.
of this birthday book stuff, all of this was actually, if you believe our government, it was part of an official plot to capture
doing deep cover sting
Jeffrey
operations.
Epstein, the world's most notorious file. This whole photo. But now I guess we're so deep undercover we can't cop to it yet. We can't admit.
Dude, it's the exact same shit that like conservatives do talking about the nebulousness of fucking globalism and the deep state. Like they're totally willing to just constantly shift on that particular moniker, that term or whatever to mean, I don't know, like whatever the fuck, whenever the fuck, Howard the fuck, at any point in time where it's just like, yeah, the total deep state cabal of Satanist pedophiles, adrenochrome harvesters, blah, 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 and it's just like, I don't know, and then they're like totally willing to shift it and talk about like, again, Donald Trump currently being the main guy in power. He's the one with the fucking deep state. They're still going to talk about the deep state anyway, so talking about like, yeah, the deep state, you know, they're trying to go after and get rid of Donald Trump, almost as if there's purposefully no consistency on any of this. Who would have thought?
We have the entire government running cover for us with influencers telling people, oh, it's not his signature, even though they're very clearly our signatures that look identical. So it's crazy. I just hope our glorious president can one day come out of his FBI informant role and tell us all how he took down the world's most notorious. I can't wait for that one. That big one. Maybe he can write us a letter about it.
Maybe he'll write a book about the huge fucking sting that Jeffrey Epstein did. I don't know, like what else is there really to say besides, I don't know, they're just like copium fucking huffing, dude. Like the shit like this, you know, the confused and badly failing Democrat Party did nothing about Jeffrey Epstein while he was alive except befriend him, socialize with him, travel to the island, and take his fucking money. Like, are we for real, bro? Seriously? Yeah, you know, a typical fucking copium huffing. Again, Trump, I don't know how many times it has to be said, you're the one who talked about wanting to release the fucking Epstein files. You're the one who wanted to release them, my dude. And then you got fucking cold feet about it. Nonsense. They knew everything there was to know about Epstein, but now, years after his death, they, out of nowhere, are seemingly to show such love and heartfelt concern for his victims. Does anybody really believe that? Buddy, again, you're the one who called for the release of the fucking Epstein files. You're the one who promised that those files would be fucking released. So now you're just gonna huff as much copium about it as possible. Where were they during his very public trials? And of all those years before his death, again, like, no one was fucking talking about it in the Democratic Party side. You're the one who brought it up. The answer is nowhere to be found. They're now dying after DOJ gave thousands of pages of documents in full compliance with a very comprehensive and exacting subpoena from Congress. Again, those thousands of pages that he released basically were all information that was already known and basically added nothing. Oh yeah, it is interesting of him to say because, yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't want to hear about anything from the fucking victims. Very, very... Like, he's so concerned about fucking victims, but he doesn't want to hear about anything from them. Like, literally, they did a fucking press conference in front of Congress, for fuck's sake, dude. Epstein case was only brought back to life by the radical left Democrats because they are doing so poorly with the lowest poll numbers in the history of the party, 16%, while the Republicans are doing so well. No, everyone is upset with fucking Congress and hate you fucking people. Complete fucking nonsense. Yeah, like, buddy, like, you're, again, bringing it up. Huffing so much fucking goddamn fucking copium, dude. So much copium. The Dems don't care about victims, as proven by the fact that they never did before. This is merely another Democratic hoax that apparently he's an informant for. Just like Russia, and all of the others, in order to deflect and distract from the great success of a Republican president. Yeah, the big beautiful bill, which is cutting Medicaid, SNAP, and a bunch of all these other motherfucking people. Very, very cool. Yeah, very famously woke MAGA MTG loyalist. Very, very true. Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? Like Thomas Massey, very well known woke guy. Lauren Boebert, who's also signing on to the fucking release of the Epstein files. Like famously woke MTG, Lauren Boebert, Thomas Massey, and other fucking Republicans. I mean, we all know every fucking Democrat is going along with this because, again, it's just a free, easy political dunk. Like, all of these people, very, very famously woke. And the record-setting failure of the previous administration and the Democratic Party. The Department of Justice has done its job. They've given everything requested of them. It's time to end the Democratic Epstein hoax and give the Republicans credit for the great, even legendary job they are doing. Make America great again. I don't know. What else is there really to say besides his dumbass was in the fucking Epstein files? He's huffing that premium fucking copium. Same with fucking Mike Johnson trying to call him a fucking FBI informant. Like, there's really not much else anything to say besides they're huffing copium. His dumbass is in the fucking Epstein files. His dumbass was in the little black book. And his dumbass was probably did some dilling of fucking kids. Don't think there's much else to say besides that.